know that no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bulls. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Arkansas State Red Wolves, taking on a team from the MAC, the Buffalo Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Red Wolves will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The give to the tailback. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. And the Bulls moving quickly to the line. Leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. The play action fake. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Converts on 4th down, still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Bulls will have it 1st and 10. Looking for a man, it's Roberson. Gets it out quickly. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And how about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Might keep that defense a little bit more conservative.
He's got him. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win, and they wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game, they're being aggressive, they're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one. And trust me, fellas, they're going to keep taking those shots because they've got some dudes outside.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
This is the 8th play of this long drive, and it's 3rd and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Harrell. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. From the gun. Give on the inside. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Now adjusting. Grabbed over the middle, it's Summers. Turns it on at midfield. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Red Wolves will hustle to the line. Running back searching for a hole. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short.
Check. White 94 slider choice. White 94 slider choice.
They'll move the wide receiver. Got it, looking for a first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wolves!
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point splits the uprights. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air, it's Roberson. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got a man. It's Shelton. He's out past the 35. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Goes to the option. And he's brought down in the backfield as they throw him in reverse.
Big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
And the Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Dances away. Never has to leave the pocket and fires over the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback just couldn't quite find the range on the last play. It's third down. Wants to throw. It's Roberson. Going back to the well. Another deep ball. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? You be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the move. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so you.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas State. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside CUSA today.
Number 34 set to take this one away.
And the returner runs out of real estate. Down. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Got the first down and more. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. move quickly. Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some space. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later, but you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Bulls can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Bulls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
Push down for the tackle.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And the Bulls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
The Bulls come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
Really good job by this defense, man. 4th down and short. Great job playing the quarterback first. That's the most important part of the option. Don't let him get downhill. Now it gets to the pitch man. It gets a little bit outside. They run to the football and get the big stop on 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Might be changing the route. To throw, it's Roberson. Tight end finds a soft spot. Oh, he got loose. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Nice job by the tight end making the catch and playing physical. You're a big body guy, man. Make him feel that. Nice job breaking an extra tackle, getting some extra yards for his team.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Henderson. The ball is out behind the line. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He goes down after the short. But what a play to get the football back. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. down for the offense after recovering their own fumble. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. Blasted as he lets it go. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
And he fires a bullet to the tight end. He gets a paw on it, but he couldn't get it in. He couldn't bring it in. What happens with tips and overthrows, defenses usually take advantage. They do here, and they get the big INT.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own one. Finds his man. It's Summers. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast. They try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
Looking for room. It's Cross. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Bulls will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Steps away. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
And the Red Wolves have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Catch in the middle. It's Rucker. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to pass. It's Rayner. Snagged in the middle. It's Summers. At the 40. There he goes. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Red Wolves come to the line with a new set of downs. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Rucker. Still running at the 40. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Wants to throw again. Still looking on the move. He'll throw it. Grab near the marker. It's Summers. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wolves. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. He's got great speed. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point,
Turning it on. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Man, it's a bad feel when a guy like gets to the second level, and you know he is off to the races, going to get a big chunk of yards. Might not score, but you know he's getting a big chunk.
When the big fellas turn to chase, I mean, where do they find the balance between conserving energy for the next play and well, not getting yelled at for not running after the ball?
Well, that's when you do your fake trot where you throw your head back and just act.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buffalo!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Tulane is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas A&M. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Red Wolves racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll run it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The Red Wolves come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Red Wolves are marching down the field. Looking for a crease. It's Clay. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Really nice run there, and you've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the 3rd quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he is looking really good.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They go to the ground. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. The Red Wolves are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Finds a crease at the 20. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Showing the arm strength down the left side. He's got it on the outside. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. The Bulls are in the hurry-up.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Back to throw, it's Roberson. Finds his big tight end. There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Bulls are threatening in the red zone. Wants to adjust the pattern. Motion from the back. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. On the move. Touchdown Bulls. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Dropping back, it's Rayner. Got it in the middle, it's Summers. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Red Wolves will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Rucker. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
A strike downfield. Oh, a lot of space. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
You know, as a coach, you have to love the progression your quarterback has made. After that nightmare of a performance a week ago, throwing 3 picks, he was able to put it behind him. He looks like a totally different player this week.
The Red Wolves trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Trying to barge in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. them on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? Pushes for the goal line. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on 4th down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Arkansas State.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. Pulled and fired complete. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
Back to throw. It's Roberson. Grabbed in the middle. It's Henderson. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Finds his target down the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buffalo!
Well, you get the touchdown, but there's not a lot of time left. So you need to get the onside kick. You may have time for one more play, one shot to throw it in the end zone and somehow see if you can steal this game.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. From the gun. The decision to go for 2 proves to be a good one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. 15 seconds to play, and if they have a last gasp, they have to recover this onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the...
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown. It is a dagger in this game.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it down to the end zone. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Complete to start this drive. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.